Alright, how's it folks, and welcome to the 32nd episode of my Hogwarts Legacy Let's Play. For this one we're going to start off by doing Poppy Sweeteen's quest, which involves meeting some centaurs, I think, to rescue a snidget or something like that.
We lived here, I wonder.
We'll see where we go from there. Might end up doing Natty's side quest as well, if we have some time. What was it?
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know. But I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spintwitches when you can.
Okay. Alright. Got a bit of a cutscene with the centaurs. Otherwise it was just conversation. So let's get the next level upgrade and then do Natty's quest. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, might also be another conversation.
Oh, hello again. Couldn't have perfected the broom upgrades without your help. As always, I have a special prize for you.
Increases broom acceleration and speed to the fullest extent. 7,500.
I truly enjoyed working with you. Thank you for believing in me.
Alright. Let's go do Natty's quest line then. Quest. Basis for blackmail. No, she's just outside of Dread. So let's run there.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Philbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Philbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Alright, let's go interrogate some people. Performance is doing much better now compared to a couple of weeks ago. It's actually very smooth now. Might even draw up in the graphics options.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Mrs. Rabe, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
I'm honestly more surprised that there are humans working as security guards and Gringotts. I assumed all the security were handled by goblins themselves. So this ghost just going around Hogsmeade. Okay. Let's move on to Gladrags.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
He's in the back room here. Or outside.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Okay, so looking for a bit of a lit on pink stationery. Now for the last bloke.
Agabus Philbert must be around here somewhere.
Let me just change my gloves. Irritating me a little, that makes the hands disappear when he lifts up. Yeah, that will just do.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Philbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friend. Now to find Natty.
The hog's head, she said. Okay. Definitely also seems like something the Officer Singer could have done herself. Just wondering why she hasn't. Maybe she's incompetent or getting paid or extorted herself.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
And the music changed. Did something happen to her? Maybe she was taken or something. Yeah, it's kind of ominous, that music.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Not in the Hog's Head.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio!
Yep, definitely seems like she got taken. But isn't she a...
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Help herself. Isn't she an animagus? She can turn into a impala or gazelle or something.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Ashwinder hideout right below the Hog's Head. That's kind of surprising.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door. Revelio!
There's no way the proprietor of the Hog's Head doesn't know about this.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio.
Okay, I want to try and complete...
I'd better be sure.
I want to
I'm
try
not
and
seen.
complete the optional objectives before finding Natty.
Using that girl as bait, that one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend had been reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Revelio.
You arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Patrol. They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done.
Gonna try and avoid getting spotted.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Rookwood's work for him?
Revelio.
Everyone in Upper Hogsmeade shudders when they see me come. And right when they fell.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Philbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
There'll be nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
I remember my father. Now they're upon me.
Gwendolyn Zoe. Boss battle.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through here.
A whole bunch of stuff in this hardy hole. Okay, can't go that way. Found Otto Dibble's love letter. Maybe it's on the other side.
Revelio.
Suppose it's worth a look.
Revelio.
I raided Rockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Petrificus totalis.
Troll you are!
Okay, yeah, she moved in.
It's been a bit. I won't deny. The tides will turn for us soon.
I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things. Concentrate. Can't let anyone get past me this time.
Petrificus totalis.
Yeah, that's him taken care of. Is she gonna move to him now? Apparently not.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. A waste of time, this is.
Oh, what's up here?
Revelio. I'll tell you that. He'll tell on us first chance he gets.
Yep, here's the letter. My darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over and am certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait till you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months have been unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. Now I'm off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Okay, now I can explore more freely.
Is that you, Royland?
Oh, you're wasting your time with her, my friend. I've seen her show more
Totalis.
What is this? Just keeping a sheep stuck in a cage. Oh, a sneaky path. What's through here? Or is it just another way to move around? Looks like there's a legend chest up there. This takes me up.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. Plans must be carefully and strategically laid out. Haste is a fool's chariot. I shall not allow the very life of me to be held ransom at the mercy of recklessness.
Okay, I think that's Natty through there, so let's go take away of that wasp person. Let's see if we can't stealth take her out.
Show yourself!
Oh, we could. Stealth complete the boss battle.
Revelio.
Okay, let's get up here. Alright, let's take the loot the stuff first. What's through there? Okay, can't open that up.
Revelio.
Is it just a normal chest? Not sure if it is. Oh well.
I know I'm not hearing things.
Trifficus Totalis. Revelio.
There was chest here. There we go. Just some money. Really is a very fancy hideout, eh? Look at that. They really go for over the top in this world.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Get the money first, that's far more important than rescuing you.
Revelio.
Is there a page here? Oh no, there was a hidden chest.
Aloha, Mora.
There we go. Oh, that was his wand.
Revelio. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. Go lightly. Be as a shadow.
Or it could be all sneaky like. I don't think there's anyone actually left in the hideout. Okay, let's make a run for it then.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Philbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Alright, that's that quest finished. Let's wade through the deep water. And start flying to... There was a new quest in Hogwarts, I think. And I want to go to... Towards here. All's well that ends well. A Hufflepuff in the astronomy wing seems upset about something.
Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
I really do enjoy flying. And for those who don't know, this guy, Hector Foley, he's the future Minister of Magic during Grindelwald's reign. This boy here. I think he's head boy at the moment. Oh, hello. Didn't notice that. Ghosts arguing or something? Oh, sword fighting ghosts. Okay, haven't seen that before. And then that's the same one that happens, I think. Yeah. Whole bunch of Christmas decorations that I haven't noticed before. Should run around more often.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
Girlie, you didn't do anything. You just told me about it and I sorted it all out.
Sent his best. He often asked.
Oh well, so. Okay, now I've already done that puzzle. It's all the way up here. Wait for daytime. Evangeline Bardsley.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour, but mum's the word.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower.
Which I think I've already done in an early episode.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Yeah, I did that quite a while ago while I was exploring the school. Alright, so... any other quests left? Another Summoner's Court. Let's just do it. Get it out of the way. And then we'll carry on with the main quest in the next episode, because I don't think I have enough time for starting a main quest for this one.
It took us 3 days to find your brother, and your mother almost squashed him first. You know how much she hates dung beetles? Ah, but I bet that's why you did it, eh? Well, let's see how much you like being turned into an insect next time you test my temper.
Turned his little brother into an insect and his mom almost stepped on him. Holy crap, guy. Either he hates his brother, or he has no idea what he was doing.
There you are. The cross wands duelist to beat.
Oh, that was Leander, that was spooky. Alright, let's go do Summoner's Court while it's snowing. Nice and brisk outside, I guess. Grace Pinch Medley.
Hello, Grace. What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help.
Oh, the mermaid girl.
I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
I suppose so.
Shall we begin?
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of.
What's with the hundreds on those boxes?
Accio.
Oh, maybe you get that point if you get it to ramp over?
You didn't see that.
Okay, let's try.
Accio!
No? Was that too much? Yeah, it was too much. Oh, damn.
Accio.
Yeah, she's not even doing enough for it to go over. But she's still getting points. So I need to risk it. Ooh, I've got it to land on top.
What a remarkable shot!
100 points. Okay, so if you keep it on top, you score 100 points. Okay, I'll remember that. No.
That's the way to do
I'm
it.
not letting that stand. I'm definitely got to knock that off.
Accio!
There we go. That's the way you do it.
That wasn't what I wanted to see. Well, it appears I've been bested. Well done! Diving, Summoner's Court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
You played a good game though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
Might stand a chance. Ah, jeez. Okay.
There you are. The cross one's duelist to beat.
What are you facing off with the head boy about?
You really shouldn't allow food and drinks in the common room.
Oh, you're playing catch.
Stepped in a puddle of butterbeer the other day. Better than a failed
But you're not
potion,
synced.
I suppose.
Look at them. Completely out of sync.
Practicing jinxes on each other in the common room. Can't take a step for fear of having your legs turn to jelly.
There's a rumour that if you knocked on the barrels in the rhythm of a Christmas carol, you get a present.
Well, I remember.
That's more funny than it should be. I actually want to see how well I can do in this Broom Trial now that I've got the final broom upgrade. See if I can at least beat my score. And then we'll probably end the episode with
I
this.
think rules against beasts in the dormitories should be enforced. Just because it was a puff scheme.
So I need to get 132 or 143 to beat our previous time. 132 to be first. Okay. Let's give it a try.
Brilliant.
There we go. Already overtaken. Not the best flyer though. I'm skipping quite a lot of these.
Must have been quite stately in its time.
Speed up the yellow ball things. Bubbles. I like the music that accompanies the racer.
Made it.
Definitely hits a nostalgia for Harry Potter while being its own thing.
Brilliant. This is
Here we go. I guess I got first place.
This is rather fun.
Yep. Here we go. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I'll see you in the next one where we pick up with the next main quest line where we have to speak with the next keeper. I think it's former headmistress Fitzgerald lady. Hope you have a great day, and cheers for now.